judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready.
The fight starts now! How do you like it? On the show.
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this. With a corner knockdown. Still the undisputed champion of the world. Press conference live on DAZN.
Well, a very good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Fight Week and welcome to Nottingham on Saturday night, live on DAZN in the main event. We finally see it. Over 2.5 years later, it is part two, and a sold-out crowd at the Motorpoint Arena await hometown hero Leigh Wood as he and the Leeds Warrior Josh Warrington lock horns once again. A lot has changed between these two in the last couple of years. It seems that respect has been lost. Plenty of words have been exchanged. And on Saturday, we find out the answer to the question, as the show suggests, who will be the last man standing? We kick off today's press conference by hearing from both sides of the main event, who are either side of Matchroom's main man, of course, promoter Eddie Hearn.
Thank you, Jamie, and welcome to everybody watching around the world, and welcome, of course, to Nottingham, a fight city that has given us some incredible nights over the years, and on Saturday night we've got it all over again. A sold-out arena to witness what is really one of the great British domestic grudge matches, the last man standing between Nottingham's very own Leigh Wood and, of course, Leeds' Josh Warrington. Before we talk about the show, I just really want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to these two, not just for agreeing to be part of this massive event on Saturday night, but for everything that you've done for British boxing. Yesterday, you would have seen the news that Matchroom have secured a 5-year global extension with DAZN, which is a massive moment for our company, a massive moment for our fighters, and a massive moment for sports fans as well. But over these next 2 weeks, this is really our bread and butter. These kind of events are what made Matchroom great in boxing. These kind of events made me fall in love with the sport. These kind of events are what invigorates the boxing scene and shows everybody how great this sport can be. Next week, we've got over 10,000 in Phoenix for Nunes against Navarrete, the big unification matchup to see who is the next king of Mexico. And as I said, these events are ones that we live and breathe for. Josh, for you, I know you're going to put everything into this fight on Saturday night. You have given British fight fans over the years just phenomenal, phenomenal nights. Going back to Lee Selby, Carl Frampton, Kiko Martinez, the first Leigh Wood fight, so many. And Leigh, your story, quite incredible. From those early days back in Hull, which we talked about, where it looked like the career might even be over, to back in the bubble for fighting for peanuts against Reece Mould, to behind the closed doors at Fight Camp, winning a world championship, to one of the greatest nights we've ever been a part of in Michael Conlan, the Maurizio Lara fights, the Josh Warrington fights. You two are generational greats of British boxing, and I can't wait to watch you two go at it on Saturday night. The undercard, quite incredible. Two guys over there in Bilal Fawaz and Ishamel Davis, the British and Commonwealth Championship. That's a perfect domestic matchup for a co-main event on this card as well. Two great guys in a brilliant fight. So much other talent. Of course, the return of the White Rhino, Dave Allen. Young Leo Atang down there looking to make a charge, a future world heavyweight champion. Sandy Ryan, Tiah, Ayton, Molly McCann, a brilliant night of boxing. We're going to focus on the main event right now, and we're going to start with Team Warrington. Sean, welcome. You've been there for all those nights. I think one day we're going to look back and go, wow. But Saturday night, perhaps the most important moment of Josh Warrington's career.
Yeah, I think really looking forward to it. Preparations have gone well. I think it's right fight for both of these lads at this stage of their careers. I think it just makes the entire show, the entire bill. It's going to be a fantastic spectacle, I think. But I don't think any one fight's more important than any other fight, to be honest, because every time you climb in that ring, you want to do your best, you want to come out winning. I think that's what we're going to do on Saturday night.
What have you seen from Josh in this training camp? I walked past him there, I said, I've just seen the pictures from the photo shoots. I mean, he looks in the absolute shape of his career so far. Obviously, a massive determination, a massive desire to win this big domestic battle on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've paid a little bit more attention to conditioning, a little bit more attention to all-round training, really. Sparring's been fantastic. the entire camp, to be honest, it's been like turning the clock back 5 years. That's what it's looked like to me. And I know a lot of people will think, well, that's what you're going to say because, you know, it's all mind games. But no, talking's done now. We do it on Saturday. And like I say, what I've seen in this last few weeks of training camp, it really has been like turning the clock back 5 years.
Josh, I just want to commend you. I mean, Leigh, you were good in the old acting, but there's definitely a post-fight acting career going on here, Josh. But you look great. You look fresh as a daisy. You know, going back to those photos yesterday, strong as a ball, ready for just a brilliant night for British boxing.
Yeah, definitely. I will quickly say that if I don't get any work in a Christmas panto post-fight be very disappointing. But no, 2024, I'd retired for 3 weeks. I never officially announced it, but I mourned my career for a little bit and then decided to continue because I felt like I'd more than enough to do some things in this sport still. Even though I've achieved so much, and as you talked about, lots of great memories over the years, but being in the gym, it just keeps on getting better and better. I've more mature mindset, but physically the numbers keep on getting better and stronger. So I've trained hard. I've had a nice bit of kick up my backside and things to keep me training hard throughout. But I feel fantastic, and I'll show that on Saturday night.
I know we always want the bad blood and the words, and as we get closer, those kind of fade away. But Leigh Wood did say he'll be shocked if he doesn't stop you in the first half of the fight.
Yep.
You believe that opportunity's there for you as well? There are a lot of people saying these two guys, maybe they're not as fresh as they used to be. Maybe they're both vulnerable. You still believe you can win this fight by stoppage on Saturday?
Absolutely. That's the only way I see it going today, to be honest with you. I can't really see what Leigh's going to do differently to make it go quicker, because he tried to approach me in the first fight. We boxed him, we outfought him, pushed him back to the ropes, went on the back foot. We did everything we had to do, but obviously left ourselves very open. And he did catch me with a fantastic shot, and then 5 other clean ones after that. Fight was over, and that's how quickly this sport can be changed. But we know that what not to do this time around and what to maybe press on a little bit more with. So I'm very, very confident that the fight will go early.
Josh, we'll be back to you soon. Ben, welcome. Again, just like Sean's saying, I'm saying everything that I hear out of camp is Leigh looks sensational. Leigh looks fresh. Leigh's great at the weight. Leigh looks more motivated than ever he's looked before. I know you're going to say that anyway, so you might as well. But that is the genuine word and what you've seen in the camp. A fighter that's been there and done it, but looks fantastically fresh going into this huge matchup on Saturday.
Yeah, I wouldn't say one camp's any better than the other because he's the ultimate professional every single time. He's like the captain of the gym. He's the role model. He's the one that everybody else looks up to, and he sets the standards of how you should prepare. So he does that every single time, no matter who he's boxing. And that's part of the reason why he's been able to achieve all the things that he has achieved, as you mentioned.
Obviously, been ups and downs over the last few years, much more ups than downs, but these kind of fights become very, very important, and you see a very focused man in front of you in the gym, a guy that's ready to go to battle.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why he's been able to put himself in a position where he's going to leave a legacy. He's always going to be remembered in British boxing because of the fights that he's took along the way. He didn't become champion, and I want to take the easiest fights. He's always took the biggest fights out there. And I just think with these two guys, you've got two guys that have got hearts the size of tanks. They got engines for 1,000 men, and one's got machine guns in his fists, and another one's got nuclear bombs. So it only adds up to these two having another war.
Leigh, back in Nottingham, sold out. Aunt Sue's done the double business. I mean, she's done a great job. Your whole team, the atmosphere is going to be incredible. The nights that you love, the nights that you can't wait for, how confident are you ahead of what is a massive night in your home city at the weekend?
Yeah, I'm confident. That's not me thinking, it's going to be easier, because I don't think it's going to be easier. I'm not expecting it to be easier, nor do really I want it to be easier, because I actually feel better when I actually go through a little bit and get the victory. I've just seen in previous fights, but I'm confident. I know what I need to do. It's a lot clearer. Massive thank you to everyone filling that arena so quick. Supporting Nottingham is unbelievable. Thank you to everyone. And people that come further afield now from all different cities that we send tickets to. I was talking to Frotch yesterday, and I was saying to him, like, you did actually inspire me, Carl. I know I say it on camera, but you actually inspired me as a kid, going to that arena, watching him fight and looking around thinking, I want to do this one day.
How much of a threat do you take from Josh Warrington? I know that there's been a lot said, and you've almost had that air of arrogance and belief that you just cannot lose and you're going to walk through him. As the fight gets closer and kind of the hype starts to die off, you realise the ambitions of this man, obviously the quality of him as a fighter, but the will to win and how tough it's going to be in there at times on Saturday.
Yeah, we're both going to have the will to win, and I'm not underestimating him. I know what he brings, you know. We're both two-time world champions, you know. You have to have something about you to get to that level, but I just feel on Saturday night my something is going to shine so fucking bright.
And like he says, before I go back to Josh, the predictions for Saturday, unwavering from you, that you believe you win this fight in front of your home crowd by knockout on Saturday. Yeah, for sure. Just what I've been working on, the things I've been doing in the gym. I know the gym and fight night's two different things, but normally every camp I'm sparring, I'm working on things, and I focus too much on them things, and my spars aren't great. I remember the Colin fight, I was sparring and I had a bad spar. I was sparring 3 days on the trot, and I went into the weights room next door, and I hid, and I was crying. And Ben come find me because I do spar quite bad. I probably try too hard, but this camp, the pennies dropped on my approach for the fight and what I need to do, and I've been nailing it and I've been on fire. Well, thank you. And Josh, finally to you, kind of the away fighter this time is whenever we do a fight with you and someone with a big fan base like Leigh, last time we were in Sheffield, it was phenomenal, but you've sold a lot of tickets, but you are deep in the Lion's Den on Saturday night. Does that give you a little bit of a buzz as well?
Yeah, massive kick. You know, we've been going a long time now, haven't we? And I think my first taste of silverware was behind closed doors. Not behind closed doors, but down in someone else's backyard, down in Dudley, in front of about 1,200 people. And at the time, I probably took around 80 people down there with me, straight into his backyard. One of the first fights where we Impress Yourself against Samir Menemne in his backyard in Hull. And then, you know, in terms of bigger scales, obviously we've done the fight in Sheffield, but one in Manchester with Carl Frampton, 20,000 there, 50-50 down the line. So, going to be walking into Nottingham. We're in his home city, but I'm very well supported, and my support makes some fantastic noise. They always do. Ultimately, none of that really matters. It looks great on telly, and it'll be quite an experience to look back on after. But when the bell rings, it's just me and him, and that's all that matters.
Well, thank you, Leigh. Thank you, Josh. Get ready for war on Saturday night. As the bad blood simmers a little bit between these two, we're about to head over to maybe a bit of bad blood just heating up a little bit with Darren Barker with the face-off with Bilal and Ishamel.
Thanks, Eddie. And yeah, he's mentioned war there. I think this could be just that. What a co-main event this is. Just Ishamel Davis versus Bilal Fawaz. I'll start with you being the champion, Ishamel. What's your thoughts on Bilal Fawaz? When I mention his name, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
It just makes me laugh, Bilal. He's a comedian, but I respect his game, but he can't get into my head.
Taking him seriously, though. The laughs.
100%. All the talking is all cool, but then when you get in there on Saturday night, it's about who does the walking. So Saturday night's 2 days away. Time to throw them hands.
Do you think he's taking you serious? There's been a few laughs.
I think he's lying.
About?
He's rattled. He's saying he can't take me seriously. What happens when you don't understand something? You laugh at it, because that's the only explanation you have. He's laughing because he knows I'm a threat. He knows. How long has he been in the game? And look how long I've been in the game, and I'm right in front of you. You're rattled. You know that. You called me an idiot. I will make you pay for that. I promise you. You're smiling. I will wipe that off your face. He's scared, trust me. He's pretending.
He's scared?
Rattled?
I'm proper scared. I'm trembling, I'm shaking. Now, you know what it is? Listen, let's just fight in it. We'll see who's scared. We'll see what happens on the fight night. I don't really... See, he's a funny guy. I respect his comedy. Let him take the floor now. But on Saturday, I'll be leading the way.
You've been calling Ishamel a muscle fighter. What do you mean by that?
I mean, look at him. All he has is muscles. And there are two types of fighters. No, there are three. In this world of boxing, there are three types. You see? Flexing the muscles. You can see that. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, man. Ooh. See, what happens if those muscles can't touch me? Okay, so there are three types of fighters, right? They're muscle fighter. We have Ishamel. There are people that use intelligence. You know, they use the brain. They set traps, like Lemachenko. And then you have people that have both.
You got both.
What do you think?
I think you're everything.
I'm a joker, right?
No, I think you're everything.
You think
I'm
everything?
You are proper sick.
Then you should be afraid of me.
No, I think you're proper sick.
Then you should be afraid. Then you should be afraid of me. Yeah?
Yeah, you're proper sick.
Yeah, you've been in the game for so long. Look how quick I came in, and I'm right behind you. How do you feel about that?
You thought we were going to vacate, Bilal. You thought we were going to vacate. You said it on Sky.
My guy.
I'm here straight after, you know, straight back to back. There's no one that fights like me in British boxing, bro. I'm on job. And you're gonna see that on Saturday.
Issy, look, you have no choice. You have to fight me.
I have to.
Yes, you can't.
Bro.
If you turned around and say, wait. If you turned around and say, you know what, I'm not gonna fight him. How does that make you a coward?
All right, bro.
Exactly.
I don't know what to say, bro. I fought everyone that's been put in front of me. Like, I don't know what's different.
Well, of course you're gonna fight him. You're gonna stand there. But what are you gonna do when you're in there? Are you gonna win, or are you just gonna play the game like a puppet?
Well,
or
what
actually
we're doing
fight?
this talking is not gonna be happening on Saturday.
Are you kidding me? Do you think I want to do this talking?
No, well, you do a lot of talking.
Well, I love the talking, but I also do the fighting.
You're a comedian. You can take the floor.
Well, I don't need to take the floor. Bro. I own the floor.
Yeah, you own it, man.
Yeah, you'll see it
on the floor, your house, everything.
The last fight you had.
Look at this guy.
Junaid Bostam, the mind games seemed to work. It seemed as if you unsettled him slightly. Do you think Ishamel's a tougher nut to crack?
Actually, no. His chicaneries and his pretentious it's surprising me. Because he's acting like he's not rattled. He's nervous. You know, his body language says it all. All he does is laugh. You laugh at certain things that you don't understand.
You know when you're a kid and clowns come?
A clown?
They make you laugh.
So I'm a clown?
You're a clown.
I'm a clown?
Yeah, you're a clown. So all I can do is laugh, bro, honestly. You can't get to me. There's no what you can say. Talk to the fans and people that are watching, make them laugh, but, you know.
Ishi, I swear I've never wanted to hurt someone so badly.
Cool. You don't even know me.
But the problem
we don't even know each other.
But you're in my way. Of course I don't know you. Look. Wait. Let's talk about this.
Listen, Saturday, enough talk. Look, Saturday night, show me in it. That's it. All I want to do is see all of this chat.
You will see Saturday. Cool. Don't worry about it. Keep Saturday.
Bro, you know what it is? I want to say one thing to you. And you can go to sleep thinking about this tonight.
Go ahead.
You're underestimating me, bro. And when you get in there, you're going to see the real deal, bro.
Look.
And that's all I have to say.
I know who you are.
Do you?
Yes.
Who am I?
I've seen your fights.
Okay.
You crumble under pressure.
You think?
I don't think I know. It's what you do.
Okay.
It's like telling me you're not the color that you're wearing. I know exactly what you're doing. You're telling me that, you know what? Saturday.
Well, Saturday, Ishamel, tell Bilal how you win the fight. How did you defend these titles?
Not talking. Not talking. I'll be throwing hands. But listen, yeah, let's just get in there. And everyone that's watching, look forward to a great fight because I know I've done all the work I need to do. He thinks I'm a muscle fighter, let him think that. Think whatever you want, Bilal. But when we get in that square circle on Saturday night, you're going to see serious business.
And how do you take the titles of Ishamel?
I will snatch it. I will snatch it off him and there's nothing he can do about it. Piece by piece. Until there's nothing left.
Oh, what a cracking co-main event this promises to be. Jamie, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Darren. Cannot wait for that one on Saturday night. What a great fight that is. And we're joined by a couple of heavy hitters over here in the small talk zone as well. The return of Leo Atang on Saturday night, fight number 5 for him. And also, of course, British boxing hero, Mr. Dave Allen, as well as Mr. Charlie Parsons.
Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, Leo, firstly to you. You went past the first round a couple of weeks ago for the first time. Great body work in that performance. Also did it quicker than that man next to you. Has there been a cheeky jibe in there?
Nah, never. I would never disrespect
Agree.
No, he's not said nothing.
I was hoping with the banter back and forth we may have.
Dave, I'm sure you'd have been proud of Leo, and look, you've been in the corner for a lot of the fights. You've been around the heavyweight block. This is fight week number 35 for you this weekend. But in terms of potential, what do you believe we have in Leo Atang?
Yeah, you know, we're all very proud of him. You know, Fran, she's my half-sister. A lot of people don't know I'm actually Leo's uncle, half-uncle. People don't know that. So we're all very proud of him. You know, first of all, we hope he out-achieves me, which we're pretty confident he will. And then we're hoping he goes to the top, yeah. We're very hopeful, but, you know, there's a long road ahead. But so far, so good. And Saturday's the next step forward him. But, yeah, we're all very excited about it.
It's funny you say that, Dave. I can definitely see the similarities between the two of you there. Leo, Dan Garber is the man who's in front of you. First time stepping up to 6 rounds. What do you make of him? And business as usual on Saturday night?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's been in with some big names. I think I've been unfortunate enough all these last 4 fights. It's been quite negative. They're almost on the back foot, almost having to chase him, so it'll be good. His game, I know he'll come to fight, so I feel like that'll definitely suit me better.
Dave, final one to you. Just sorry to keep you awake there. Final one to you, Dave. Looking to bounce back, of course, after the Mahmoudov fight. What's the attitude for you heading into Saturday night, and where do you believe this fight can lead Dave Allen? What do you want to do this year?
Yeah, this fella around boxing, I've only seen like 1 round of him, but I think I'm just going to try and knock him out straight away. Yeah, hopefully a first round knockout and then on to whatever's next. Mahmoudov's fighting Tyson now, and I didn't think I was a million miles away, really, from possibly that result being different with Mahmoudov on a different day. So I don't know, really. We'll have to see.
British title, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. TKV, I think TKV is a good fight. I think he's fighting Riatpur, which is a brilliant fight. It's a really, really good British title fight. Possibly the winner of that, possibly the European champion. Won the other night. He's a good fighter, so before I'm done, I'd like to win I won a title last year, everyone was happy about it, but I'd like to win a proper one. I've just been some good fights, make some more money and enjoy it, really, that's it.
And final one to you, Leo, just quickly, 5 from 5, Saturday night?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Great stuff. Look forward to seeing both of these guys back in action on Saturday night, the return of Leo Atang and Dave Allen as well. Back over to Darren Barker, who's with a couple of fighters who feature on the prelims this weekend as well.
Yeah, what a way to start off Saturday night. 2 exceptionally talented fighters, Molly Meatball McCann, TMA Ayton. Am I right in thinking you two have sparred with each other for this fight?
Yeah, we actually knocked each other out in training. I'm only messing. Yeah, we had 2 spars last week on Wednesday and Friday. Done a few sessions in between, some tech work, and it's good to get two people at 2 different parts of the career together. I've got a bit of stuff I can teach her, and now I've been in the game for a long time, and she's had a lot more boxing experience than me, so she taught me a hell of a lot. Our teams really get on with each other, so it was a nice week. The last tough week before we've got to do this.
Tell everyone how good TMA Ayton is.
The best.
Is she really?
I believe so, yeah. Like, I didn't know. Do you know, like, you don't know sometimes if it's a bit of propaganda. The way how she carries herself, she's really calm, she's old head on young shoulders, very methodical, really thinks, doesn't react too much off an emotion until you're ready to pull the trigger. So it's brilliant to share a card with her and to get some more training into.
Making it look easy, didn't you?
No, yeah.
You've been busy. Activity was always going to be important for you, and now you're stepping up in quality. Is this the kind of challenge that you feel you needed at this stage?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I like staying active and everything, because it's just like, when you start our camp again, it's like you haven't really had any time off. So it's just like, you're just getting back a little bit fit and everything, just learning new stuff. So I like staying active, yeah.
And what's the plan, would you say? Just be busy, and when could we be looking at TMA and winning her first title?
I don't know, hopefully this year, definitely. I want to be winning the title. Don't know what, but I'll want anything.
Going to be driving Eddie mad.
Yeah.
And Molly, we were just talking there last time out. I think you feel a little frustrated. I think you was trying to get stuck in, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to box a little bit more, perhaps.
Yeah, I think coming from the MMA, like I was saying to you, everything that you throw has so much intent in to get the finish. and I've built my career upon that. So to move to this sport, I got the finish in my first fight. So then I tried to rush it a bit too much in the second. Wasn't really into my opponent. She was like burning me out all week. So I thought, I'm going to do you in here. And I learned loads of lessons. 6 months in a new sport for my third fight this weekend. And I need these lessons early on. And I messaged Eddie after the fight. I said, lad, sorry I didn't get the finish. I'm really down on myself. He said, what are you down on yourself for? Like, go out, enjoy what you're supposed to do. Do you know what I mean? Because this is why you're doing it. You want to enjoy it. And in 3, 4, 5, 6 fights, you're going to be fighting for belts. So make the most out of your lessons that you can. So learned a lot. I've had a great camp, great rounds with Hearn. I'm ready to just actually play a bit more of a game of chess than just windmill.
Well, what a pair to start the show off Saturday. Tiah Ayton, Molly Meatball McCann. Jamie, I think he's on the stage for the face-offs.
Yeah, back over to the stage then for the face-offs. Eddie Hearn is standing by. I believe we are going to be starting with the main event. So much to look forward to on Saturday night, as you've just had previewed there. And that was a lot of fun. Darren Barker makes his way back over the stage here, but this is it, the main event. Plenty of pressure on their own shoulders from what they've both said in the build-up. Main event on Saturday night. Who will be the last man standing? Leigh Wood versus Josh Warrington. Part 2. Live from a sold-out Motor Point Arena here in Nottingham.
What a fight. What a fantastic main event this is. Bad blood, it's got a bit of everything. Stylistically, we know it's going to gel. And it's a must-win. You know, very, very tough for the loser here to go again. The winner can push on, but massive fight between two great servants of British boxing.
Yeah, who has more in the tank at this stage of their wonderful careers? Darren just said there, both of which have reached the very top of the sport. Will emotions play a part? Being in Nottingham, home advantage this time for Leigh Wood. How much does that count for the activity and form for both? So many questions, Darren, attached to this main event.
Yeah, it really is, and that's what we love. We love jeopardy and a pot of gold at the end for both. And this is a cracker. I enjoyed listening to these two fired-up fighters that really believe they're the future of this division.
Yeah, let's listen in.
That's mine. Hold it. Keep it. It's mine. What happens when I win? Okay, wait. What happens when I win? Will you still be smiling? I'm always smiling. No, I like that. I'm always smiling. I like that. I look forward to the fight. I do. Give me something. Show me something.
Wait for that one. Chief support, British and Commonwealth super welterweight titles on the line between Ishamel Davis and Bilal Fawaz. Two different characters, I think it's safe to say. Two great characters though, Darren, in their own right, who've had to do the hard work in this sport, I think it's safe to say, to get to this point. But coming off career best wins, both of them as well, can't wait for that.
Yeah, and I think stylistically it's going to gel. A lot on the line, a lot of self-belief between the two. So yeah, don't blink in that one. And the White Rhino's back.
Yep, Dave Allen back in action on the weekend. He wants a shot at the British title, but first must get back to winning ways. Heavyweight action versus Karim Berejem. In terms of Dave Allen, Darren, look, he said there, look, of course, Makhmoudov's gone on to land the Tyson Fury fight. It's important for him just to get back to winning ways here. But deep down, where do you believe he wants this year to go, and how do you think he wants it to look?
I think he'd like a crack at a British title or something like that. You know, a real meaningful title. Such a great character, and I think he's a really good fighter. I really believe that. I've seen him in the gym. I've worked up and close with him, and I know what he's able to do. And the desire still looks like it's there. He's full of ambition, desire, and he lives and breathes this sport. So it's great to see him back.
Yeah, talk of a fight, as Dave said there, between Jamie TKV and Richard Riakporhe. I'm sure Dave will throw his name into the hat to face the winner. And a return to action for Leo Atang as well. 4-0, 4 knockouts He went past the first round for the first time on the Josh Kelly undercard in Newcastle just a few weeks ago. Stopped the tough and mean Buscetta in 3 rounds, quicker than Dave Allen did, as Charlie Parsons reminded him, quicker than Tony Yoka did. Only one fighter did it quicker than Leo, and that name is Moses Italma, 11-6. Dan Garber, who's also been in with Moses Italma, a good step up on paper, Darren, in what is his first 6-rounder as well.
Yeah, he's some fighter, isn't he? I mean, imagine being a young Leo Atang, world at your feet, so much talent, so much personality, and yeah, don't blink in that one.
In terms of the main event, Darren, Eddie's been quite abrupt, and he said he believes, I guess when you look at the slogan of the show, last man standing, he believes the loser of this fight will probably walk away from the sport of boxing. Is that harsh or is that fair?
No, I think so. I think with what's been achieved, it would be very hard to come back, you know, and I think they're winners. They want to win, they want to keep the careers going, but the jeopardy in that main event is fantastic.
I believe we are going to be joined by promoter Eddie Hearn now. We had a very exciting night last night in London. Of course, Matchroom formally announcing the extension of the DAZN deal until 2031. Eddie, first question, the man in the middle. What do you make of the energy coming from both sides? What a fight this is.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time you see when there's a lot of bad blood and a brilliant build-up, come fight week with 2 guys that have been around, have been there, done it, seen it all, it kind of just drops off a little bit and it's pure focus. I mean, both guys look really, really healthy. You know, down at 126 pounds, Leigh Wood was struggling for a long, long time. And I always felt that Josh Warrington, although never really appeared to be struggling so much at the weight, how long can you stay at one weight class and be, you know, involved in so many big fights? So I think up at 130 pounds, much more full of energy, both guys, much healthier. You saw the pictures yesterday. Josh Warrington looks like he's in the shape of his career. Leigh looks great. This is kind of like the nights, I said to Adam Smith last night, these are the nights that have kind of built the success of British boxing. Sell-out fights, big grudge matches, big fan bases, and so much on the line. This is career on the line stuff. That's why we call it last man standing. I know sometimes we say the loser's done, but let's be honest, the loser's done here. The winner goes on to some big fights at 130, but and some people think you kind of overstating it when you say this, 2 generational greats from this era of British boxing. Like I said, 2 massive fan bases, 2-time world champions, and 2 guys that have given us some unbelievable moments, and they will deliver again for us on Saturday.
Eddie, you mentioned yesterday how you were gutted that you had to watch Josh Kelly from that screen in that Madison Square Gardens locker room. This will be the first one. What an atmosphere and what a year it's shaping up to be for British boxing and fight fans as well. Excited to be in that cauldron of noise again?
Yeah, I mean, still don't know how you're here, but I think, you know, generally the next 2 weeks, as I said, just phenomenal. You know, a sellout. I can't wait for Ishamel Davis against Fawaz. I mean, you've done a great job in there. Like, those guys are going to talk till the wire. I don't think Ishamel really knows what's going on. I mean, up there, you know, there's another great head-to-head, and I'm thinking, you know, Fawaz is just, you know, he's just got the eyes. They're going all
what were
over
they
the
saying? We couldn't actually hear him from
He said, he said, you always smile. He said, you called me an idiot. You know, you'll regret that. He said, and he touched the belt and he said, will you be smiling on Saturday when I've got both of those? And Ishamel said, I'm always smiling. He said, that's good. And started, you know, looking at his hands, doing some crazy eyes stuff. And he's a threat. You know, he's a threat because of the unpredictability of Fawaz and the ability as well. But, you know, I look at this as like obviously a lower level fight to, like, you know, when Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney, we ended up looking at Ryan Garcia going, this bloke is actually, like, I don't actually know what he's going to do because I can't make him out. It's almost like a little feel of that where, like, Ishamel Davis is looking at Fawaz going, you're off your rocker, you are. But that's actually, you know, I think mentally that's difficult to overcome. Ish is coming off the back of a great victory. This is a really important fight for his career.
And what does the future look like for the winner? It's a massive pot of gold, this.
Yeah, I mean, both guys have got an incredible story. It's quite difficult to find anyone with a more inspiring story than Ishamel Davis. But Fawaz might be that story, you know? So for me, when you talk about narrative of fights, even without the titles, this is massive. But you've actually got a guy in Fawaz who has been denied wrongfully a British passport for over a decade when he's represented his country and lived here for so long. And ironically, challenges for the British title on Saturday. Like, you imagine what that means to his story and his journey. But Ish is coming through one of the strongest runs of certainly any domestic 154-pounder. He fought Josh Kelly on a week's notice. He fought Bohachik on 2 weeks' notice. Then he fought Kevin Ajako away from home in a fight that many thought he could have nicked that fight. Then he fought Sam Gilly at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in a war for the British title. So he's coming off an unbelievable run. And I see it as a 50-50 fight. I really do. I think Ish is, you know, a slight favourite going in, but I think it's a dangerous fight.
Important, Eddie, for Dave Allen to get back to winning ways this weekend. He's talked about the British title. How do you see the next 12 months playing out for Dave Allen?
Do you know, this fight's really important for Dave. I know that he's expected to win, and he will win on Saturday, but Dave can sometimes go into this kind of lethargic, process where he can go in there almost like a 6 or an 8 round spar. What I heard from him here was really nice. Like, I've just got to go in there and try and knock him out. Don't mess around. Go in and actually put a performance together where people are excited to see him headline back in Sheffield. Because that's what we want to do, because that atmosphere was off the charts. So can we bring a British title fight there? Can we bring a big international name there? But if you go out there on Saturday and just look a little bit lethargic, that takes that buzz away.
Just finally, Eddie, before we do wrap up, you did say, look, Charlie there talked about the away days, what a start it's been for Matchroom in 2026 already. You said Dalton Smith was your favourite ever away day, which I think is a bit unfair on Darren.
It was a long time ago now. I mean, what was that, back in the 80s when
Don't
it all
worry
went?
about it.
I mean, was it 90s?
Memories like that, they don't fade away.
Yeah, no, it's true. I said to Darren, because I actually explained it to him when he phoned up, we were talking on the phone, I said, the difference there is Dalton did it by stoppage. I said, you know, you had to run for 12 rounds and try and edge out a very controversial decision. But Dalton went and actually took the fight, you know, but he actually got dropped in the fight, you know. But all jokes aside, that was one of the great victories. But, you know, spanning a decade or so, really. And, 2 IBF championships that we're very proud of.
OK, well, we are getting closer. Massive night to look forward to live on DAZN on Saturday night, as I said in the intro. We finally see it 2.5 years later. It is part 2, Leigh Wood versus Josh Warrington. Join us tomorrow for the weigh-in. From myself, Jamie Ward, Darren Barker, Charlie Parsons and Eddie Hearn. We'll see you then.
Such a hurtful shot. Leigh Wood's just too easy to hit here. Too easy for Josh Warrington. Leigh Wood cannot sit back on them rounds. Oh, he walked on the shot from big shot. And suddenly has turned it all around. Oh my days. Leigh Wood found the punch of a lifetime.
He hit the floor, flat on his back.
Lost made in a fight that I didn't want to lose a single round.
You were losing the fight. Did I win a round? Did I not win one round?
I don't think you did.
Typical Josh Warrington, can give it, I can't take it.
You're getting it, Leigh. I'm gonna torture you, mate.
Horrible.
Torture you.
I think, like, I've beat you and you've got the audacity to act the way you do.
What's done is done. I can't complain about it, but I'm coming to this fight in a different mindset.
I need to win this fight. If I lose this fight, it takes away the credibility of the first fight.
Physically, can't argue what I'm doing in the gym. I won't lose.
You need to be perfect for 36 minutes. I need to be perfect for 1 or 2 seconds.
You are going to get that lesson this time.